I think we're good. I think we're good. We are
We're good.
back. We're good. Dang.
We're
I
good.
can't believe you did this. So I mean, right before, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode. We are. Do I have something? Is that the lighting, or do I have something on my face, bro?
I don't know. You've always been a little like pixelated on my screen. I know it like shows up clear on your end, but
I think that's just the light. I don't know. I don't like. We're already starting on a bad note. We're not. Oh yeah, no, that's just okay. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Anyways, we are here. We are back. Um, I don't think because I think because this podcast has mainly been with Devin. I don't
uh-huh.
think I don't think wrestling's ever been a topic.
It should be kind
And,
of, but not really.
and okay, so here's my thing with wrestling. It's like I obviously don't like when I was when we were younger we were into that shit crazy, but now it's like I keep up with it in a way where like to me it gets covered more like a real sport than it used to.
Yeah.
Like ESPN, Bleacher Report. Like I don't remember in 2012
No,
ESPN.
because it was like a different era back
Like
then.
I don't
Like people
remember.
were like this. It was, fuck you.
Yeah, like I don't remember ESPN being like John Cena becomes the new champ, and like him and he's coming in to talk to Stephen A. Smith like I am the champ, or like CM Punk's cutting a promo on like Undisputed. Like no, I don't. Nothing.
Or like Brock on McAfee's podcast.
Yeah, but like I don't know. I think it's cool to talk about, but like something like that, like watching like Edge's last match, like that's a conversation. Because to me,
Bro, that was my childhood.
who got a better intro?
100%.
Who got a better intro song than Edge?
I mean, I was always a Jeff Hardy guy for real with the
Bro,
intro, but like Edge has got him. Edge has got him
Jeff Hardy's
for sure.
he's got his shit. Like he's got his shit, but when it comes to the song and Edge coming out to that shit, that man was always a menace.
Yeah.
But I don't want to bore too many people with our WWE talk. I mean, hey, maybe we find a lane. Maybe we found the pocket we were looking for, and everybody's like, talk wrestling. But who
Yeah.
knows? Then Devin would never do the podcast again. So, we got to take our pros
He's
and
lost.
our
Yeah.
gotta take your pros and your cons. But we do have a lot to talk about. We got some NFL, we got some NBA, we got our our final road to the Super Bowl segment, and I don't think either of these teams have a very long road to the Super Bowl. It stops about at the first exit, and they're going to get right
Yep.
off. But we do have
Stops on the side of the road. Ran out of gas.
and I think we
Didn't make
got,
it to the exit.
I think we got a better Jeopardy game.
Good.
Last one was Some of the questions were good. Like
But
I
like it
liked some
was
of the
like
questions.
flip flopped.
Yeah,
Like it was like the 500 should be the 100s. Like that kind of shit.
it's like you got 700 points for saying Jason Kelsey.
Right.
Whoa. I mean, I don't know about that, but there were a couple interesting questions. I think this one it seemed a little bit better, and I was playing another one that they created and they had some good questions on that one. So, with that being said, I do want to get into some NFL because I got some interesting things to talk about, and because it's fresh on your mind and you were working on this before the podcast, our first predictions of this year, first like our first, the biggest I, I don't know. I mean,
Division winners, wild card predictions, that kind of shit.
the earliest we could be,
Yeah.
our earliest playoff predictions possible. So, do you want to, you want to go back? Like, should we do All right, let's
All right,
go
let's
AFC.
start with
Who's
AFC, and
winning
then we'll do
each?
1-1-1-1
All
or
right,
1-2.
my number one team in the AFC next season. Call me basic. It's the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, I got that too. Check.
Okay, check. All right,
Check.
who's your number two?
My number 2, because of strength of schedule.
I swear to God, if you do it, do it.
Because of strength of schedule, I have Jacksonville.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Okay, because of strength and schedule and how loaded they got, I got the Jets.
Wow. But their first like 5 weeks are all terrible. Like they could easily go like 0-5. Really? Wow. Okay.
Jets aren't losing games, bro. The Jet like that's not gonna 0-5. If the Jets start 0-5, slap me in the face with a fucking bagel. I don't know what to say, but that's crazy. There's no way. But I thought you were about to hammer that down. Strength of schedule.
Nah.
The Jets got loaded. You
I
got
got
the
them winning their
Jags.
division.
Okay, I got the Jags. I'll just jump, but I had the Jags fourth, winning the AFC
Okay.
South.
I have the Jets fourth.
Okay, I mean I could not put. I got the worst team in the winners of the division. It's got to be the AFC South for me.
Okay.
But maybe Jacksonville could possibly. But we did have that conversation. I don't know if it was with you or with Devin, but I did see the strength of Jacksonville's schedule. Besides the AFC North and their game versus the Chiefs and the Bills, they could go like 12-5.
Yeah.
13-4, something
And
crazy.
with how stacked the AFC is, like it'll be hard to like 12-5 is probably going to be way better than a 10-7 kind of thing. And all the rest of the teams I think could be 10-7.
So who's your
Just
number
comes down
three?
to my number 3 is Cincy,
Ooh.
Cincinnati.
So you're a hater over here. Okay.
No, see, like I just
Okay.
said, it could be 10-7 all the way
Okay.
rest is down,
Okay.
bro.
So the Ravens are winning the AFC North next season. The Chief or excuse me, the Chiefs. The Bengals won it
2
last
years in a row.
year, 2 years in a row. And I don't know if you know, like I don't know if you believe in, you know, uh I don't know what word I'm looking for here, but I don't
I
know.
believe in historical context.
Okay.
That's what I believe in.
The Ravens have been abysmal the last 2 years,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to injuries and health.
Yeah, 100%. But that's basically me going out and saying the Ravens aren't going to get hurt this year. Like based on the last 2 years, like come on.
You're saying it's just gonna happen again? Like we're just gonna keep getting hurt?
Maybe not as bad. Probably not as bad. Hopefully not as bad.
I mean,
But like
okay, but
I
like
can't I
to
can't sit here and be like JK's going to play all 17 games.
so,
Odell's going to play all 17 games.
but here's the conversation to be had. Just like historical context, it's yes, the Ravens have struggled with injuries, but if the Ravens are healthy,
If the Ravens are healthy, they're
they win their
my 5
division.
seed. Yeah.
If the Ravens are healthy, they win their division. If the Ravens are healthy, they win their division easily. The Bengals have literally won their division won this division 2 years in a row. The two years Lamar Jackson's Ravens have struggled the most in his stint. So
Well, he has also been hurt as well. So
whatever.
like it
But
hasn't like I know it's his
see,
team,
but
but
here's
it
the thing
hasn't
though:
been Lamar's Ravens.
are we gonna pretend like he didn't sprain his ankle and then go, "I'm not playing until I get paid"? Like, bro was
That's
fine.
100% what he did.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not like I'm not expecting like to me Lamar isn't like injury prone. Like
Not necessarily
he
not. I
had
think
his
it's more or less what you said.
he
Like
had his
it's the
one
contract.
injury and and it was a little more serious year before and I don't think he wanted to risk anything and then he sprained his ankle and then that was really like all right I need to get paid. And
Yeah.
and we know what Lamar can do and we know who Lamar is when he's healthy and we're opening up this season offensively and I'm not sitting here saying it's going to be because of Odell. I think we have a top 2 tight end in the league. I think we have yep, I said it. I think we have I think we have a good receiving core. I think if Odell is healthy, that's great, but he's going to draw
I
attention.
think Zay is going to be the biggest part for y'all.
But if Zay if Zay does what Zay's been doing and he cuz his expectations are high. So if he balls, that's
Yeah.
great. If Odell is healthy and taking attention away for Rashad, for Zay to ball, Mark
So be it. Yeah.
all day. Let's do that. JK apparently is playing, and guess what? We have Gus. We have
The bus.
Juice. We have Melvin Gordon. Like we're okay. We have Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
We'll have rushing yards. We'll be a top 3 rushing team in the league next year with or without J.K. Dobbins. I'm not worried about that. But I'm hoping it doesn't take all year to convince you. Like hopefully by like week 10, I'm like, if it's looking good, I'm like, hey Jack,
Yeah,
how's it
yeah.
looking?
I
Because
mean,
I
we
think
can obviously change these week by week, but like,
sure for
you know,
sure, I definitely have Cincinnati making the playoffs.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
if they,
I think you'd be foolish not to.
if they now I don't, it's gonna be if because I have the Jets winning, I have them in Buffalo 5-6. I don't
Yeah, I
really
have the
know.
Ravens, Buffalo 5-6.
That's pretty interchangeable to me. I'm not really sure.
Yeah,
Whatever.
I do have the Ravens as the 5 seed.
So then, who's your last team then in the AFC?
I got to go with the Chargers. I got to go with the Chargers. I don't see the Chargers falling off a cliff when they got better offensively. They got Kellen Moore as their OC. They got Eckler back. They keep Keenan Allen. They got this Quintez Johnson guy, I think. Herbert said that he was looking like he can ball.
I mean, Mike
Mike Williams comes
Williams,
back.
Josh Palmer.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like they have a
You know,
probably top six receiving core.
I like that. Like, I like that a lot. And I have two teams who I think are going to push for the seventh, but possibly not prevail. And the Chargers were one of them. I think they're definitely going to push. But the only reason, and this isn't even like stat based. It's literally just like the Chargers seem to always disappoint me.
And blow
like
it.
like
Yeah.
they just blow it. Like and yeah, they made the playoffs last year, and they really, in any
Shit the
other
bed.
world should have not lost that game.
Yeah.
But shit happened, and Trevor Lawrence gets a lot more bonus points for pulling that W out of his ass. But
Yeah.
I think the Chargers could push for it. My other bubble team that, and this could be a stretch, but a full year Deshaun Watson, the Browns aren't going to be terrible.
Okay. So what we both don't have, we don't believe in Tua.
Miami's
We
who
have
I have
zero
at
faith
7.
in Miami.
Miami's who I
Um.
have at 7.
Okay. 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 I mean, I feel like the Chargers Miami. I feel like it's very similar in a way.
And the only reason I think Miami is winning, to be honest with you, is when I was making this is just how like I'm caught up.
Loaded.
I'm caught up. Like that's what I'm caught up in right now. Like they're loaded. Like the Bills could easily win the AFC next year, AFC East this year, but like the Jets are just like they loaded up. Like it's like I'm
Yeah.
looking at some of these teams and it's like all these people seem to think Miami's going to go crazy. The
I
Chargers
mean, they're
disappoint.
going crazy because they got. I mean, Jalen Ramsey's going to be hurt like what the first like 6 weeks, so they don't really have a number one corner like that. Who's
What
the other one? Howard?
Xavier Howard,
Xavier Howard?
Eli Apple.
No, definitely not Eli Apple. His teammates make fun of him, bro.
Which is
Like
terrible.
that's
Honestly,
terrible.
that's why they're not making the
That's
playoffs
terrible.
because that's some shit like that.
Right.
But so okay, so you have the Chargers. Do you
All
have
right.
anybody pushing?
I mean, obviously, like I didn't do push teams, but I guess I could see the Browns. I just feel like the Browns are gonna do like normal Brown shit and like just kind of shit the bed a little bit, like underachieve.
But it's like, okay, be honest. Who like had the Browns who's like how can I even word this? Who has been the best quarterback to play for the Browns since Deshaun Watson?
Couldn't tell you.
Deshaun Watson might be the best quarterback the Browns have ever had.
Yeah,
And I know that doesn't really say a lot, but I'm saying like, bro, like a full
and he's
healthy.
still he's still in his prime.
He's in his prime. He has a wide receiver one.
Hmm.
Simple as that. Amari Cooper can still do what he does, and then he's got a top 5, top 3 running back behind him.
And a good O line.
I think they could make a push. I think they make,
I
and
don't think that's far fetched. I don't think that's far fetched, but I would go 7 is either Miami or Chargers.
I think, and like if Justin Herbert isn't, excuse me, Justin Herbert, if if Deshaun Watson 5 years ago wasn't in your top five, he was close.
Yeah.
But I know recency bias doesn't even really put him close to any like good ranking. But when Deshaun Watson was healthy and he was playing in the league, I thought he was a top five quarterback in the league.
Right.
The the
He
the
was
the
damn near close if he wasn't. Yeah.
the mobility, the arm, the improvising, the way he put the fucking worst team in history on the worst franchise in NFL history on his back and did what he did. Like Deshaun Watson is like that. Deshaun Watson is
Yeah.
scary good. I don't care what anybody says. Deshaun Watson, like I don't care what people say. Like people sit here and gas my guy. They gas Lamar. They gas Jalen Hurts. People got to put respect on Deshaun Watson's name
That's true.
because people are sitting here talking about Justin Fields
Yeah, because they forgot about Deshaun.
because Justin Fields
They're done with
played.
Deshaun.
Because Justin
Yeah.
Fields played last year. Once Deshaun Watson gets to play a full season, no one's talking about Justin Fields.
No.
We're done talking about that. So,
No.
so I guess let's talk NFC.
All right. Number one, it's the Birds. Number one is the Birds
Okay.
by far.
Okay.
I think they have the best roster in football, top to bottom. Top to bottom.
Who's their running back?
DeAndre Swift.
Okay.
But like, they're a by committee too. Like, they probably have somebody else that I'm not thinking about, and
I mean, Miles Sanders was top 5 in rushing yards last year. So I mean, he's not a
I
bum.
don't see why DeAndre can't just plug in right there. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
He's young.
Okay.
Who's your
Don't.
one? Who's your one?
The Eagles, and it's because Georgia.
Georgia.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Georgia, the Georgia Bulldogs. No, I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm not gassing their Bulldog draft picks as hard as everybody else is. Because like I saw this one thing. Oh, like Martin gets extended to the Cowboys. You're like, doesn't matter, still can't block Jalen Carter. It's like, okay, like what the fuck is
We
this,
don't know.
bro?
We don't know.
Yeah, we have no clue if that's true
Yeah.
or not. But no, I got Philly number one. Who's your
Okay.
number two?
Minnesota.
Wow. Okay. I have San
I
Fran.
got.
Why do you want to explain Minnesota too?
I mean, I just feel like the consistency with Minnesota. I know it feels like it's kind of a toss up between the Lions and Minnesota to win that division, but they lose Dalvin Cook. You can obviously go to a committee running back, that kind of thing. You can be fine as long as you can run the ball. This is all kind of like a big if they can run the ball, but they have a decent O-line, not bad defense. I just feel like the NFC is more like a strength of schedule kind of thing. Like if you can win your games, especially win them early and then win them in November, December, you're going to be okay. I know Kirk hasn't been like the prime time, you know, great quarterback that people always make fun of him for, but I'm not saying he takes a step up or anything like that. I just feel like he's going to be consistent, and that's what the Vikings need.
Okay. I got San Fran because I think even take Brock Purdy out and his expectations, you put a top 10 quarterback on that, and not even like top 5, like put the 10th best quarterback in the league, and that's probably the best roster. That's probably the best roster in football.
So you put Lamar Jackson there, according to the NFL 100.
Yeah, you put Lamar. Yeah, you put Lamar on San Fran. They are the best team in the league. But oh my God, Lamar, Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle, fucking
Disgusting.
Debo. You know what? We can. If I wasn't a Ravens fan, I'd say make that shit happen. But no, fuck that.
Yeah.
Because we got our own. We got our. I was gonna say McCaffrey and Debo, but we don't. We don't. We don't have our own now. We got our own Kittle, but that's about it.
Yeah,
I will say, um, I don't know. I'm not as high on Brock Purdy as a lot of people are, but
neither am I.
if 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 he can be a top 15, 20 quarterback in the league, I think they can win it. I
Yeah.
think they can win their division. My third team, I got Detroit.
Okay.
I do think it's going to be close between Minnesota and Detroit, but for some reason, Detroit, the confidence is growing over there. The competitive,
There's
like
a lot of
they're
noise
just
behind them.
the noise, like they're getting hype, like they're making like they are making noise, and Minnesota's kind of stayed at this like like
Yeah,
we're
they
not
kind of
bad,
plateaued.
we're not bad, but
Yeah,
like they just kind of coast. They're just there kind of. And
right.
I think Detroit is taking full advantage of the NFC North next year, and it might come out on
Okay.
top. It might come out on top. Who's your third team?
See, this is where the controversial shit starts happening. We were talking before the pod, and I was like, my NFC is very controversial, right?
Okay,
Third best team because of strength of schedule and who they play and who's in their division. I'm going with the Saints.
oh my
The Saints
god.
at 3. They play Desmond Ritter twice. They play a rookie Bryce Young twice, and they play Baker or Kyle Trask, probably one of each.
Yeah, but all of them get to do that and get to play Derek Carr twice.
But Derek Carr has a defense.
Okay, so I don't want to get too deep into the road to the Super Bowl bag, but I'm gonna tell you later why I do not think the Saints are making the playoffs. But that's fine. I can see that that is the probably the team with the most experience, the most. But it's like who the I mean, okay, I guess Michael Thomas, Olave.
Jimmy Graham.
Oh, Jimmy Graham. Like I don't know, bro. I really I don't know. I like the confidence. I like the confidence
Yeah,
though. The Saints. That'd
yeah.
be tough. That'd be cool. Derek Carr. Man, I like Derek Carr, but and I'm going to talk about this more. I'd much rather talk about Jameis Winston all year though. So I'm sorry.
I
Um,
mean, Jameis Winston's there too.
and then number 4. I guess we obviously
Number 4, I got the Niners.
okay.
Niners, just because we got film on Purdy now. Trey Lance doesn't look like he has shit. Like, Trey Lance looks terrible. They're not as he's not as athletic as like the 49ers wanted him to be or expected him to be. Like he's more of like a pocket guy without being a pocket guy. Like it's very weird, and I'm gonna go ahead and say he's a bust already. He's probably the biggest bust in recent history. Um, I mean Sam Darnold's on the team, like cool. Like we've seen what he can do. Like big deal. Like I think they'll win the division, but it's gonna be really really close with the number 5. With my number 5.
So my number 4 is Tampa.
Wow.
Kind of with the same reason you have for the Saints, which is they're gonna have an easy schedule. They still have weapons on the offensive side of the ball and the defensive side of the ball. It's really just the quarterback play. It depends. It just depends on how well their quarterbacks. And Derek Carr had no excuse to not be good last year.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
I don't really see him going to the Saints and being like, "Yup, this is what I needed. Here we go." Like I don't know. I don't know. But who's your 5 then? Because I have a feeling. I mean,
Last year's surprise team, bro. They're gonna keep they're gonna keep not answering back, not calling back.
no,
I
fuck
got Seattle.
no,
Seattle
God
at 5
no. Why?
because they surprised everybody last year. Why can't they do it again this year? Geno's second, third year in the system. They got another good running back. DK and Lockett are still there. Jackson Smith, Njigba is also going to be added to the receiving core, bro. Their offense is loaded. And Pete Carroll's just a defensive guy. He can get the best out of their corners, which I think are probably top 5 in the league. Um, D line's pretty good, but other than that, I just think the Seahawks are going to have a really good year.
Okay, okay. I got Minnesota at 5,
Okay.
and then I got Dallas at 6.
I also have Dallas at 6.
Okay, okay, okay. So then who's your 7?
Detroit.
Okay, okay. My 7th is bounce back year, the Rams.
Okay. I
Um,
can kind of see it.
I think they had obviously, they had a Super Bowl hangover year, obviously. Um,
Well, also everybody got hurt, and
but
then they
yeah, I
signed
mean,
Baker.
hell of a hangover. We ended up
Yeah.
with fucking Baker Mayfield. It's like, what is
Yeah.
this? Um, but yeah,
Sean
no.
McVay was like, I think I'm done.
I think they're gonna bounce back. Aaron Donald says he feels as healthy as he ever has, or blah blah blah. And Matt Stafford's back, and he says he's as healthy as he's felt as healthy as he's felt in years. And Cooper Cup, I think Cooper Cup is Cooper Cup. I mean,
Cooper Cup's still Cooper Cup.
it kind of seems like people like forgot about him, like
Yeah.
very recently though. Like he was talked like 6 months ago. You couldn't stop people from talking about Cooper Cup, but like now it's
Right.
like people were starting to forget about him. But
Well, he tore his ACL, didn't
did he? Did he tear his ACL? Let me
he?
fact check that. I don't
It
know
was
if
a, it was a big injury.
I
It was
don't know.
because I know he was out since like week 10 or something.
Cup injury. What did he do? What is the injury to Cooper Cup? It was a hamstring injury.
Hmm.
Okay, that ain't nothing crazy. But my two teams pushing. I have Seattle pushing for a 7th spot, and I have the Giants pushing for a 7th spot. The
See,
Giants.
like their offense got better, but I feel like that whole Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley thing that's gonna gray cloud over them.
See, but like it's like, and I agree with a lot. What a lot of people are saying is the Giants made the playoffs earlier than people expected,
What they're yeah.
and I think they might continue to roll with that momentum. I don't have them making the playoffs, but I think they could push for it. I mean, they even won a playoff game last year, so shit. I
Yeah.
mean, who knows what's going on over there, but. I guess those are our first playoff predictions of the year. So Jackson, there's one person who hasn't picked their keepers in the fantasy league.
Who's that?
That would be you. So
Can I
don't
go in there and pick them now?
no. So I'm gonna read. So I got your team for you right now. I'll go in and pick them for you later. I'll just do it for you. But um, did you have an idea? Did you know who you want to talk about? Did you want me to read out some names?
I've been kind of on the fence about. So I know I'm keeping McCaffrey. That's
Okay,
100%
so Christian
set
McCaffrey
set
for
in stone.
sure.
Yeah, but I've been kind of on the fence about Jacobs or Garrett Wilson. I've been kind of on the fence, and I don't know.
See, Garrett Wilson's would be like Garrett Wilson, especially how late. I mean, how'd you get him?
I think I got a free agency, to be
Yeah,
honest
see,
with you.
that's gonna be your last pick is Garrett Wilson. Free agent pickups are our last pick and keepers. So you're basically getting a wide receiver 1 as your last pick in the draft, or when you get Josh Jacobs.
You got Josh Jacobs.
Did I
So
trade
when
it?
did
Did
you
I
get?
trade it into you? Probably early. I probably got him early. Who did you trade me for Josh Jacobs?
I have no clue. Like Mike Evans and some people, I think.
We must have made a trade. That okay,
Yeah,
okay. We must have made a
yeah,
trade because that's crazy.
yeah. I
I would.
mean, based on that, if I get Garrett at the last pick, I'm gonna go Garrett Wilson.
All right, okay. So that you were the final person I need to put in your keepers, but yeah, fantasy coming soon. So
That's gonna be lit.
that is
We
gonna
got
be
we got 12 people, right?
12 people, 4 new people. 12 people in the draft. Speaking of NFL and more NFL shit, Colin Coward is an idiot. Colin Coward is an idiot. So, Jackson, when I ask you, like, who are some of the best quarterback wide receiver duos in the league today, including tight ends, like off the
Okay.
head, like
I
who
would
would you?
go Pat and Kelsey. I would go. Damn. I mean, outside of that, I would probably go like maybe Kirk and Jefferson. Um,
Burrow and Jamar.
Burrow and Jamar. Herbert, Allen, maybe.
Okay, so how about here? I got my list. I got my top 10.
Okay.
So I got Mahomes and Kelsey. I have Diggs and Allen. I
Okay.
got Chase and Burrow. I got Kirk and Justin Jefferson. I got Aaron Rodgers and anybody you want. I
Okay.
got Justin Herbert and anybody you want. Take your pick.
Okay.
And then these last three are argue, debate all you fucking want. They're going to be better than any of them. I'm going to read off Colin Coward's list. Dak, CeeDee Lamb, Mark Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Watson, and Amari Cooper.
Okay. I think I agree with that. Yeah.
So
Let's
I'm
go
gonna.
to let's go to Cowherds.
So this is Colin Coward's top 10 quarterback and wide receiver duos in the NFL today. Number 1, Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. Okay. I mean, I mean, if you want to, hey, you want a hot take? Sure. Number 2, who do you think number 2 would be?
I think it would be Pat and Kelsey. I hope
No,
it's not
no, you're
anybody
way
else.
off. Trevor Lawrence and Calvin Ridley. Trevor Lawrence, Calvin Ridley, second best duo in the league. Um, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelsey, number 3.
Right.
Um, Aaron Rodgers, Garrett Wilson, number 4. You're gonna love this next one at 5. Derek Carr and Chris Olave.
Okay. Because Derek Carr and Devontae Adams couldn't get it done, so Chris Olave is really going to step it up.
Fuck Mike Thomas. Fuck him. He's done.
Yeah,
Fuck
he's
Mike
done.
Thomas.
That's the slant king.
Oh, I mean 6. I guess Josh Allen and Diggs.
Yeah, you could throw him in there.
7. I mean okay at 7 if you want to throw in Kirk and Justin Jefferson to be nice. I guess you can throw them in. Throw them in at 7. That's whatever. Dak and CeeDee Lamb. Tua and Tyreek Hill. Jared Goff, Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Wow. I mean, I would definitely take Lamar over. Yeah.
I'm taking Lamar and Mark over half of this list. I'm taking Justin Herbert and anybody over half this list.
Oh,
I'm
he didn't have
taking.
Herbert at all.
He didn't have Herbert on it. He didn't have Stafford and Cup on there, which I
Wow.
think Stafford, and that's what I'm talking about. This recency bias shit is ridiculous. We're talking about the guy who we're talking about. We're talking about the
The
guy
Triple
who had
Crown.
the
3
what the
crowns.
fuck
One
are you
here,
talking about?
one here.
I mean, I don't know. This is awful. This is terrible. I mean, number 2 is Trevor Lawrence and Calvin. Half of these are duos that haven't even happened yet.
Right.
Derek Carr and Chris Olave. What the fuck is this? I don't know. Garrett Wilson. Colin Coward, I don't know how he has a job. I don't know what that is, but that is one of the worst lists. That's not as bad as saying Dwayne Haskins doesn't have a chance to win a Super Bowl bad. Because that was bad. That was bad.
That was terrible.
I don't know how that made it all the way to
Yeah, through. Yeah.
to production, but it did. So Colin Coward is just bad take after bad take. But do you want to cover some more NFL or do you want to jump to this NBA?
Yeah, we could do NBA.
So, okay, we'll come back to a couple more of
We can
these.
pivot.
We'll come back to a couple more of these NFL topics that we have. But the NBA, we're jumping over to the East. We're going to be talking Boston, Philly, New York, Brooklyn, and Toronto. So obviously, first, when I talk to you about Boston 2023, 2024, right away, what comes to mind? What are you thinking?
I don't know if it's a hot take, but like I feel like the loss of Marcus Smart is bigger than the addition of Porzingis.
Sorry, do you want to repeat that just in case I kind of fumbled through your whole? But go ahead.
I think the loss of Marcus Smart is bigger than the addition of Porzingis because Porzingis isn't going to give you 82 games by any means. Marcus Smart, in my opinion, was the prime Draymond to the Celtics. He was kind of like that heart and soul, kind of like pushed Tatum to do better, pushed Jaylen Brown to do better, because I think Marcus Smart has that dog in him. Porzingis, I don't know. We've seen him be used a weird amount of weird ways, in my opinion. So, like on New York, he was like a like a first scorer, like go out, get a bucket, that kind of thing. In Dallas, he was like a catch and shoot in the corner guy. It was kind of weird. And then he played understudy to like Bradley Beal in Washington, which was kind of a weird thing as well because he's I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
He couldn't really play defense at that point. Like yes, he can get block shots because he's 7 foot fucking three. But like other than that, Porzingis, I mean, he'll give you 20 and 10 probably, but I don't know how well he's going to work with Tatum because
But you don't.
Porzingis doesn't want to play the 5 and Tatum wants to play the 4.
But a big getting a 20 and 10 big on Boston, you don't think that's going to be
But
huge?
like who's their facilitator? Derek White? Jaylen Brown still can't go left.
Okay, so what are your like where do you how do you feel
I would
about Tatum?
I think Tatum's better than Brown, but like
But I mean
Tatum
like in the NBA,
like
ranking what I want to know how you where you rank Tatum in the NBA, and I want to know what you think Tatum's ceiling is.
I mean, I think Tatum's ceiling is probably Tatum's ceiling. I'll probably go like probably like a D Wade, but I know they're very different. But like I would go like a D Wade ceiling. Like he could go to a team and do very good, probably lead them to the playoffs as a high seed. But
You think it'd be MVP?
no, because I think players like Jokic and Luka and
Can you
um
win a team? Can you win a championship with Jason Tatum as your best player on a team?
because it hasn't happened yet, I'm gonna say no.
Well,
But
okay, but other than that, because you could say that with virtually anybody besides who's won it in that case. But
I guess you're right. But my thing is like
like if
Jaylen
Jalen
Brown's a
Brown,
really good too.
go
Like
ahead,
Jaylen
go ahead.
Brown's a really, really, really good too. If he's not a one,
Mm-hmm.
but I think Brown and Tatum have this like difference between each other. It's kind of like Tatum's the one now some games, and then Brown's the one in some games, and they don't know how to play off of each other. They're just kind of like, all right, Tatum's gonna go out and get a bucket this time, and then Jaylen Brown, you have to go right, get a bucket, and then it's like that kind of thing, and it snowballs into I don't know, like late fourth quarter playoffs. It's like we don't know who's getting the ball right here, and then let's say if Tatum gets the ball, Jaylen Brown's going to be pissed, and vice versa.
So does a decent point guard solve any of those problems?
I mean, I think so because let's say this is just hypothetical. Like, I'm not saying this would make them better, but if you brought in like a Chris Paul to that team, to where he's going to get in your ass and like push you to do better. And he's the one bringing the ball up the court all the time, telling you where to go, and then he's going to hit you when you deserve the ball. I think that is very, very crucial to what Boston needs. And you could say Derek White is that, but he's not. He's more of a defender, a 3
Yeah,
and D kind of guy.
I don't really
But
know what they're gonna get out of it. Yeah,
with all that being said, with all that Boston hate, I do think they're going to be a top 3 seed in the East. Probably 1 or 2. I don't know how Milwaukee's going to play, but
okay. So I
1 or
guess
2.
that answers the question. I mean, okay. Um, so then, I mean, where do you have Tatum in the league? Is he a top 10 player in the league?
Yes, yeah.
Is he top 5?
Nope.
Is he top 7?
Like just off my brain, I had him at 6 or 7, but I would
Okay.
actually have to go down the list and be
Okay.
like, okay.
Okay. And then I guess you kind of answer this question, and that's is Jalen Brown as your second best player enough?
In my opinion, I don't think Boston's the right spot for Jalen Brown. You got your deal, sign and trade with somebody, or trade with somebody. Like,
Okay. Jalen Brown on like who do you think?
I mean, the the thing that's just been in my head recently is Jalen Brown, maybe a first, maybe a role player. Trade for Trae Young.
Hmm.
You got DeJounte at your 1. You got Jalen Brown at your 2. Really good wings in Atlanta at the 3. I don't think they have John Collins anymore, but I think they should have kept him.
Yeah.
Whoever they have at their 4 is not as important as it used to be, but they still got Clint Capella. He can grab 15 boards easy.
Yeah. Okay. I mean that'd be interesting. I was thinking, are you saying doing that will make Jalen Brown the best player on the team?
I think he's better than DeJounte Murray, yeah.
Because
And then we
I'm
can
I'm
see what Jalen
thinking
Brown can do.
I was looking at more like where could Jalen Brown go best to like
I think
where's
Atlanta.
like to win a
I mean,
championship?
I don't think Jalen Brown winning a championship is kind of in the question. I mean, he could definitely, obviously, go to like,
I'm saying like if Jalen Brown goes to the Warriors,
well, that's what I was thinking. Like,
like
obviously, yes,
that turns into
yes,
something
that would work.
stupid. That
That
turns
would
into
work.
something
But
crazy.
you would play Jalen Brown at the 3 at that point, in my opinion, because Clay can't be a great wing defender like he used to be. So you would play Jalen Brown at the 3.
All right, so and then I guess expectations for the Boston Celtics.
1 or 2 seed. Anything below that, I feel like you kind of wasted your time with the trade. I think it all actually comes down to how you perform in the playoffs. In my opinion, it's really just them or Milwaukee. Like obviously the Heat, but I don't think the Heat are going to be a high seed. They're not really a regular season team. They always have a good bench, but I think they're going to be around like 4, 5, 6, something like that.
So for Philly, my only question is are they or are they not fucked right now?
They're 100% fucked.
Okay.
I think maybe after this year, Embiid's going to realize like, what am I doing here? And he'll request a trade as well.
Uh-huh.
Um, I mean, literally all they have is Embiid, old Tobias Harris, and Tyrese Maxey, and that's it.
Yeah, they don't.
They're still gonna make the playoffs with Embiid. Like, let's not like start tripping. Like, I think they're gonna be around the same range as probably like a Miami, probably 5, 6, 7, something like that. But
But they're not making noise with Pat Bev.
no, and Embiid's not even gonna play 82 games. I would give him maybe 65, maybe.
That's the thing. Like this East, it is not.
East is falling apart.
It's not looking that exciting at all. I mean, okay, so the Knicks, like, what's your expectations for the Knicks?
I'm a big fan of Brunson. I don't really know how I
RJ,
feel about Julius Randle
you
or
like the
RJ Barrett.
you like the Vincenzo pickup?
DiVincenzo, I mean, he's a good role player, 3 and D. Like he'll get you 10
I mean, they
points,
still got
15
they
points.
still got what? They got Quickly, Hart,
I
Fournier.
like Josh Hart a lot. I think he's probably their best role player. Um,
Still got Mitch.
Mitch Robinson is a great rebounder, defender, but he's not going to give you. He'll give you maybe 10, but more like a 7, 8 kind of thing. Um,
You seem like a Knicks guy.
I mean the Knicks like they're cool. Like I said, I like Brunson a lot. I like Josh Hart a lot, but I'm not as big as on Julius Randle as a lot of people are. I don't really think
It
he's like
seems
the
like
way you go.
it seems like nobody's big on Julius Randle
I mean, he's gotten
anymore.
traded a lot in his career, yeah,
I feel
but
like Julius Randle as your best player, yeah, you're not gonna do much. But
you're
if
going to be an 8 seed if he's your
but
best
once
player.
again, like I know it's easy to just be like, oh, put him on the Warriors. But like if you move Julius Randle around somewhere like that, it would be interesting.
I mean, what if you put Julius Randle on the Kings, move Sabonis to the 5,
Well, don't they got what's his name at the five?
Rashawn Holmes?
Okay, yeah. So you can move bro down to the five. I mean, that'd be interesting. I'm pretty high. I like the Aaron Fox.
I'm
Uh,
a big fan of Fox. I like Malik Monk.
and what's I can't even think of their roster, but I'm blanking on some of the names over there in SAC. But I I fuck with the Kings. I think I feel like the only I mean Julius Randle I don't know how much he's gonna do going to a team that's still like building.
Right,
Like I
right.
think
He's not a good building piece.
like
He's
I think he could be a final piece,
yeah, 100%.
but like okay, like yeah, if you put if and let's like completely take Gobert out of the here, but like oh let's send Julius Randle to Minnesota. It's like okay, like it'd be interesting, but like he's not the answer for the Timberwolves.
No,
Like
I mean, I don't even think Cat wants to play the 5. I think that's why they went out and got
yeah,
Gobert.
yeah. And I don't think Cat. Which did you see? Oh my God! Speaking of that, random ass take. I want to. I just want to see. Just want to see how you feel about this. This is a quote from Michael Porter Jr. on people saying he never passes the ball.
Oh, he said he has like the best jumper in the league or
Oh,
something
he
like that.
said, "I'm one of the best shooters in the league. Humbly, I don't see contests."
I mean, I
How many
guess.
shots does bro average? Like, I mean,
I mean, a lot.
does he? I mean, is he shooting like that in Denver?
I mean, you remember in the playoffs, like every single time he touched the ball, he was not passing. Like he shot it.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, is he is Michael Porter Jr. even? I've never been like, oh yeah, Michael Porter Jr. That the
I would
facilitator.
say, I would say like catch and shoot.
Like yeah,
Yes.
bro averaged an assist.
How much assists he averaged?
One, he averaged an assist.
Wow.
like, bro doesn't pass, which is fine. Um, I wish I could. I'm trying to see how many shots he takes per game, but I mean, obviously, if I'm on the Nuggets, I'm not really worrying about facilitating.
No, I wouldn't
Like
either.
you got Jokic, you got Jamal Murray. Like yeah, no, yeah. If you pass it to me, I'm shooting because
Yeah.
there's probably a good chance it's a really good pass.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I wouldn't say he doesn't pass because he's one of the best shooters in the league.
Yeah, I would say he doesn't pass because he's like their shooter.
He's
Like he's
supposed to
their
shoot.
shooter.
Yeah,
Right.
like that's what he's supposed to. It's like if they're like people like Clay Thompson doesn't pass, like, he's not a facilitator. It's like yeah, he barely dribbles. Like I
Right.
mean, yeah, like he's going to shoot if you pass him the ball. Um, so okay, these last two teams I think are kind of a sham too.
Well, we still got 3 to go, right?
Two,
Oh,
Brook
we did Boston, Philly, and
and New York,
right. Okay.
Brooklyn. I mean, does this team even bother? Does this team even bother trying? Does this team even bother playing basketball? I mean, what's
I mean, I like Cam Thomas. He's a young rookie, or not a rookie. He's like second, third year maybe.
that's
Ben
cool.
Simmons is terrible. If Ben Simmons is on your
You
team,
you want to talk about bus? Uh, in the NFL, Trey Lance might be the biggest bust, but in sports, it might be
Yeah,
Ben right now.
yeah.
I think the biggest busts come from the NBA.
Oh,
And
100%.
that's no hate. That's just
Well,
the
also,
expectations.
yeah. I mean, you're going into the league at 19,
Yeah.
getting like 15, 20
Well,
million dollars on your rookie deal. Like
Zion's a bigger bust than Ben Simmons, right?
no,
No. If
no.
Zion does not improve at all,
If
he's not a
Zion doesn't improve at all, but he still plays on the court, he will be not. He will be tenfold better than Ben Simmons.
you think Zion was supposed to be the next guy.
Ben Simmons was projected to be the next LeBron,
So
bro.
was Zion.
No,
Yes,
Zion's
yes.
game is way different than LeBron.
It doesn't matter. We're talking the star of the league, LeBron. I'm not talking play style. I'm talking Zion was supposed to be the guy. Ben Simmons, I don't know. Like I feel like just because Zion has showed us glimpse of hope, I don't think that's like, oh, yep, nope, he's not a bust.
But a
Like
glimpse is better than staying in the dark.
I guess, but it's like, I mean, I don't know. I think Zion has been hyped crazy. Like the hype Lonzo got. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
Ben
but Lonzo
Simmons,
is also a little different than Zion. Like Lonzo, fucked his knee up, and then now he can't play forever.
I don't know if and I maybe I'm just it's just the recency bias. I don't think as many people were bought into Ben Simmons as they were with Zion. I think
I
people
don't
learned
know.
pretty quick that Ben Simmons, I mean, I don't know, bro. Ben kind of came and went.
But Ben took 2 years off because of his mental health, and then his back or something, and then his shoulder, and then
Yeah.
we've barely even seen Ben Simmons. I remember I went to the Wizards game when they were in the playoffs. I think did you go with me?
Yeah, versus Philly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, versus
yeah,
Philly. It was game 4.
the one game DC won.
Yeah, and you know why? Benny couldn't make them free throws.
Oh,
He could not shoot.
I thought cuz we were I thought you
No, we were terrible. We were shit.
I thought
We
you
had
said
Bradley Beal.
cuz we were there.
I mean, that's also true.
Hey. You had the scoring leader and the assist leader. Put some respect on DC that year. You had the scoring leader and the assist leader.
As an 8 seed, we didn't have shit.
Hey, Miami was an 8 seed.
We're not no Miami, bro.
Okay, DC, that was the best year y'all have had in a long fucking time.
Not saying that's not true at all, but we've been shit for a while.
Yeah,
Like
but I'm saying that was a compared to the last 10 years, that was a great year.
I don't know. Paul Pierce called game about 10 years ago.
My fault. My fault. And then I mean Toronto. Now,
Toronto needs to restart. They lost Fred VanVleet. Siakam said he wants out. OG Ananobi says he has problems with the
does he
offense.
because does Siakam want out because he said whatever team he gets traded to, he's not re-signing with. If he got traded, he said if he got traded, he's not
Oh,
re-signing.
you're right. You're
I
right.
think
You're right. Siakam
Siakam,
wants to stay
which is
in
weird,
Toronto. Yeah,
but
he
like
wants to stay in Toronto, but they just lost their head coach Nick Nurse to the Sixers. Like
you could build
they
around
really.
Pascal, right?
I mean, I feel like it's a little late to build around him. Like he was there when Kawhi won the finals.
He could be
He was on that team as well.
he could be your
4 years
third.
ago.
He could be your third best guy.
If he's your third best guy, you have a very good chance of winning the finals. But
But
I mean,
Dennis Schroeder, Pascal, what? Gary Trent Jr., Precious Achui. Like, what are we? I mean, what are we doing? What are we doing with this? What are we doing with this team?
I mean, I think you need to trade your assets, restart, revamp. I mean, I don't think they make the playoffs, but they could be an 8 seed. You know, big deal.
I don't know. The East is making this very depressing. Why don't we talk about something that I'm actually very excited about? That's the fact that the Ravens got depth at corner, signing Ronald Darby. I know he's not
Yeah, I saw that. I
he's not
saw
the
that. That's a
best.
good
He's not
signing.
the best fucking. But yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know if you've seen our depth at corner, but it's abysmal.
slim to none.
And then we signed Jadeveon Clowney.
Okay, so that was official now.
The
That's really
Ravens,
nice.
the Ravens signed Jadeveon Clowney, which I said I kind of wanted him over Chase Young. I wanted an
I mean, I
established
can see that.
I
Yeah,
wanted an established veteran to come in, and like I said, if there's a position that we can make work, it's a defensive lineman. And
I think it's any part of your defense you can make work.
well, the DBs have been. Uh,
It's a little shaky,
I mean,
but
if we can get a Marcus Peters, if we can get a Earl Thomas, if we can get a Marcus Williams, if we can get a Kyle Hamilton, don't forget Kyle Hamilton's going to be a beast next year. But
no, I'm not forgetting that.
we can make it work. But then Brandon Stevens, like
Who was that?
we weren't really making it work with Geno Stone.
Yeah.
I mean, Deshaun Elliott.
He was kind of okay.
Yeah, but here's the thing: people, we were sitting here going, "Oh my God, Chuck Clark is amazing." Chuck Clark ain't that good. Chuck Clark ain't that good. But that's what we
That Ravens defense, bro. Like that's what y'all do.
that
Y'all do defense and special teams very well.
yes. I'll take it all day. And I will take the and it's two established vets. Obviously, Jadeveon Clowney more than Darby, but Darby's no slouch. I like
No,
both of the pickups, and it's getting scarier in Baltimore. I'm liking it. I'm liking the moves. JK seems to be a little more locked in. People are gassing Zay Flowers. Our offense wants to be explosive. I've never heard that from the Ravens ever. Um,
Odell's talking like he's from Baltimore. Like we're all ready to go.
we're
The
good.
Ravens
We're
are loaded
we're
up.
having fun. Speaking of ready to go, Baltimore and Washington joint practice.
Oh,
They've been
they were getting a little chippy.
they have been ready to go all fucking week. Mark Andrews is throwing people around. There's hands being thrown. What is going?
And
What's up?
Tucker's getting into the middle of it.
What's up with y'all, man?
I don't know if it's us.
I think it's y'all.
I don't know if it's us.
We're good. We're good over here. We're
I
chilling.
mean, I mean, obviously we're probably tired of being shit. We're probably taking out Eric Bieniemy's rage on y'all.
Yeah, I think I was gonna say. I was gonna say, yeah.
I think I saw our rookie was like the one kind of causing the scraps with y'all.
The
Emmanuel
receiver.
Forbes. No, the corner.
Okay. Yeah. Because we were on offense. Yeah, okay, yeah. I flipped it in my head.
So he was our first round draft pick. So I feel like that's kind of what I want to see out of him. But also, I don't know if he's that guy. Just the way he's built and stuff like that, he looks kind of like a little bit more meat on his bones than Devonte Smith. But like obviously, I want to see that out of our defense. Like I want to play physical. I want to, outside of quarterback, be a good team, right?
Mm-hmm.
But as far as like fighting in practice, like come on, bro. Like we don't want to get hurt yet or at all, to be
No,
honest.
no, and I don't even, and I don't like this at all. But apparently it was an injury from the guy that Mark Andrews threw.
Oh, really?
He apparently is injured. I didn't read into it. I just read like body slam caused injury, so maybe it's not 100%. Like who knows? Maybe 3 plays later he sprained his ankle and they're blaming it. But I don't know.
Right.
I didn't read into it at all. But if that's the case, that sucks. But it's like at the same time, you're in the middle of a scuffle. Whistles are being blown. You're trying to break it up, and a 6'6" man throws you. It might not end well.
Right.
So my apologies. I apologize for the Ravens for hurting your player in a joint
It's all
practice,
good.
which we just had this conversation about how joint practices aren't the best thing.
Right. Yeah. They cause a lot of fights.
And speaking of injuries, I don't know when Marlon Humphrey's going to be back, but he's getting toe surgery, so he's going to be out for a little bit too. So hopefully Ronald Darby can. And looking back on it now, kind of wish we might have pressed to keep Marcus Peters around a little bit longer. But Hey, who knows? I'm
What
not
can
I'm
you
not
do?
too. Speaking of nothing that has anything to do with that, you see this whole Michael Michael Orr shit?
Oh yeah, with the Blind Side, how he's like he was not adopted, and they like took like they made a lot of money off of him, pretty much.
Okay, so I'm gonna do this thing where I'm gonna point out the facts, and some people might say I'm defending one side or the other. But I remember like ever since the story of the Blind Side, when the movie came out, it was like obviously it was way more dramatic than the
Yeah,
real life thing.
yeah, that's what movies do. Yeah,
Now, what I read was apparently, Mike's suing them because
yeah,
he wants some money, um,
right,
and and the whole thing is like, oh, they never adopted him. Well, that's because he was 18.
right.
So to get the only thing they could do was get a
Conservation. I don't know, something like that. I know what you're
conservativeship,
talking about.
whatever the shit. But they had to get that in order to like have the rights to be his parent or whatever, guardian,
Right,
whatever it
his
was.
guardian. Yeah,
And he agreed to it, and they did it, and he got his cut from the movie supposedly. And according to the family, this is kind of a, no pun intended, like a blindside hit. Like this is like it's kind of they're like what the fuck, like why. But they're also saying like this isn't the first time he's been pushing for like suing or getting money. I think Michael Oher deserves whatever he thinks he deserves because it is his story, and
right.
he
It's
and
about him.
it
Yeah,
was a very successful movie, and he should make plenty of money off of that. I also know that he's very successful and has plenty of money. Um, so I don't know. I don't think it was a scam the way people are making it say like, oh, Michael Orr got scammed. It's like, okay, like maybe he didn't get as much as he was supposed to, but it's like, Josh Peck doesn't get royalties from Drake and Josh. So it's like, what are we talking? Like, like what's fair, what's not fair? It's like, hey, I'm still
yeah.
watching Drake and Josh. When's the last time you saw The Blind Side?
Don't know.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So it's like, okay, whatever. But enough of that shit. We do have another article today because I like these articles. I like these. We've had the why every team has a chance.
Any
Every
any given Sunday.
I forgot what the other one was already, but there was another one. But today, see if you're interested in this at all. We got one player on every team who should be traded.
Okay, this for NFL.
Yep. One player on every
Okay,
team who needs to be on the trade block this preseason. Now. They need to be traded right now.
okay, before the season starts. Okay,
All right. Arizona Cardinals,
Kyler.
Zach Ertz.
Okay,
I mean,
what
at
are they
this
gonna get for Zach
that's
Ertz?
what
A
I'm
fifth?
saying. Like, bro's old. I guess like to get rid of him, I could see that, but I don't really know what I don't really know what
I
that's
feel
gonna
like that would be more beneficial for like other teams, like go out and get
possibly.
Zach Ertz. But like Arizona, why? Like, why would you? Like, you're not gonna get much for him.
And then more tight end hate, the Rams, Tyler Higbee, which completely goes against my reason for them bouncing back this year. I don't know why they would trade away Tyler Higbee. I I I,
Right,
I completely disagree with that. I think if the Rams want to hold on to any chance to being a contender next season, it's keeping their offense as loaded as possible.
right. I would. I mean, going back to like not trade away, but trade for a receiver.
Now I'm going to skip some of these teams because we're not going to talk about Seattle's linebacker. But
Yeah.
49ers Trey Lance.
Yes, 1000%. Trade them away right now. Don't care what you can get for them. Just give them away.
Okay, okay. Um, Josh Palmer, Chargers.
I can see it because they just got Quintez Johnson. Um, I think he's out of TCU, and TCU, went far with Max Duggan. So,
I
I'm not
think
saying it was all Quintez, but like
like
you got three good ones.
I
You're
think
good.
teams will be looking to like add
The
Josh Palmer
Rams.
to their team. The Rams, who knows? I think that would be it'd be it wouldn't be the biggest you know
Name, but it would have a big effect.
yeah, I think teams are going to be looking for someone like him. The Chiefs, Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Sure, 100%. You got Pacheco now. You can get another running back in there easy.
Cordell Patterson, Atlanta Falcons.
He's older though. Like I don't really know how much you could get for him.
And it's like, for what? You know?
Right. Like you're not going anywhere.
It would be wise to see what they can get on the market for an agent Peterson, who is set to be in the free agent in March. It could bring in some more reinforcements for quarterback Desmond Ritter, or add some help on the other side of the ball to make a push for the NFC South. Okay, the Saints, Jameis Winston.
Sure.
I
Or
guess.
I could even say Taysom Hill. I would keep
Oh,
Jameis over
dude.
Taysom.
Oh, I mean, to have a solid backup, for sure, keep
Yeah.
Jameis Winston over Taysom Hill, because what the fuck is a Taysom Hill at this point?
Right. He's
Um,
he's a everything but nothing.
but
That's what he is.
I would keep Jameis Winston as
Yes,
my
100%.
backup quarterback. Tampa Bay, Shaq Barrett.
I guess if you're not pushing for the South, but like he's older too. I think like
If you're not pushing, I mean, if you're not push, I don't know. What about one of those receivers?
are you trading away Mike Evans?
Am I getting a potential quarterback?
I don't think you're getting a quarterback for Mike Evans. I think you could probably get like second or third.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That's the thing. It's like the Bucks are hanging on by a thread when we're talking about making a push. So it's
Right.
like anyone they trade away with a name is gonna be a, is gonna be pretty bad for them.
Yeah.
I don't know. Tennessee Titans, Malik Willis.
Okay, so that's saying you believe in Levis more than Malik Willis.
What's up with the Malik Willis hate?
That's what I'm saying. I believe in Malik Willis more than Will Levis.
And Ryan Tannehill is not good.
Right.
I don't care what anybody says. I don't care how many
The bottom
games or
16
playoff
quarterback.
spot. He's not a good quarterback.
Nope.
I do not understand that at all. I mean, be it Bears, Deontay Foreman, but Ravens, Michael Pierce, sure. I'm trying to see Michael Gallup for the Cowboys. I could see his
Okay,
time.
but who else do they have a receiver? CeeDee Lamb and who?
CeeDee Lamb, bringing some reinforcements. They got Brandon
Braden Cook.
Cooks.
Okay.
I mean, I could see more Michael Gallup's time being up in Dallas,
Right.
like him wanting out.
Yeah.
But what about Sterling Shepard, the Giants?
100%. They don't throw to their receivers anyway.
Fuck, and that was a poppin' name.
Yeah. That's
Uh,
almost like the Victor Cruz used to be. You remember that?
yeah, but it's like at least Victor Cruz had a moment where he was like, elite.
Salsa on everybody.
He was elite. Like Sterling Shepard, I don't know. I don't know. He was supposed to be a guy. Commanders, Chase Young. That's
Trade anybody.
I was gonna say
Can we
that's
trade Sam Howell too?
sure if you want. I mean, that's a very easy.
We'll
And
we'll rock with Brissett the whole year, bro.
I think we'll end with that. Chase Young being charged with being charged with being traded or being traded. Yeah, for sure, yeah. Trade away Chase Young. Trade away your whole team. Trade away your
Yep.
name. Trade away your
Sure.
location and move to
Can we
Virginia.
trade back for the original name? Is that an option? Is that still on the table?
I don't
You know,
know.
there's a petition. There's a petition with over like 60,000 signatures to get the Redskins back.
Bro, I feel like that was just like a moment. Like I feel like
Like
that was a
the
very
petition was a moment.
no, like the change. Like I feel like that was a very emotional decision.
Well, so the reason we changed it, obviously, pressure from the league, but like, where do we play? FedEx Field. FedEx was the one saying we had to change our name, otherwise we had to find a new stadium. And the place where we used to play, RFK, was getting torn down anyway. So
Yeah.
we were screwed. Like
Yeah.
we had nowhere to go. Like we were
Hmm.
gonna play at like the high school down the street,
Dude, that
kind
would
of
have
thing.
been tough though. I'm not gonna lie. If y'all spent the
For if you,
season, if y'all spent the season just hopping to different high school stadiums, oh, give me
that
that.
would be terrible.
Let me have that. No, please give me that.
Every game would be sold out.
But it's like the Redskins at your high school field. That's
Yeah,
beautiful. That I would love that. That'd be great. All right, let's our final road to the Super Bowl. The final one.
they're
Capping
not
off
making it.
with the
Move on.
last two NFC South teams. Got Atlanta and the New Orleans Saints. Starting with Atlanta.
Next.
Desmond Ritter, whatever. I'm still a Taylor Heineke guy. So,
He's
you know,
cool, but he's more like a he's like a gunslinger, but like he can also run.
but I enjoy watching him play. Like it's like Jameis Winston. Like I want to just watch Jameis Winston play. I want to watch. I want to watch Heineke play. It's like Desmond Ritter's cool, but it's like whatever. Bijan Robinson. I mean Cordell. They got Drake London, Kyle Pitts. I mean
They got a
they
cool
got
offense,
some
but
names. They got some names.
you got to have somebody to use the offense towards. You know what I
Their
mean?
defense. Their defense. I mean, they still got Jarrett. They got Bud Dupree, Calais Campbell, Akuda, Trey Flowers, Jesse Bates.
They
Besides,
got Jeff Okuda now.
yeah.
Wow,
So I
he
mean,
was a he was a really high pick for the Lions
and
a couple years ago.
and Bud Dupree.
He's from the Steelers,
Yes, but
or he was
at
a
some
Steeler.
point, yeah, he was a
Yeah,
Steeler. Obviously Atlanta's making zero noise, but
yeah.
defense is not terrible. There are some weapons at Atlanta, so I mean, hey, Desmond Ritter has a decent year. They could win the South. They could easily win the
I
NFC
could see it.
South. Who knows? But the New Orleans Saints. Obviously, Derek Carr is going to be their guy. I'd love to see Jameis Winston play. Obviously, Jameis Winston in this podcast. I mean, the Jameis Winston theory
Yeah,
alone. I would
because
love to
it's
see it.
deeply rooted.
It is, and overall, I went back and checked. Only lasted 10 games throughout 2 years for the Jameis Winston theory, but it did go 8-2. So I'll give it the 80%. But he's got obviously got Kamara when he gets off his suspension. Jamal Williams. Is there any hope in Mike Thomas left?
Yeah, if you throw him on a slant.
Okay. Obviously, I mean, there's big hopes for Chris Olave.
Yeah, he's him and Derek Carr. I think are like top 5 receiver quarterback duo.
Something like that. But then it's like, all right, you got Moreau, Jesse James, Taysom Hill, Jimmy Graham. It's like the weirdest tight end room ever. I mean, what is this? I don't
I
know.
mean, I think Jimmy's gonna be more like a 6th or 7th offensive lineman kind of thing,
Jimmy
and
needs to retire like
yeah,
tomorrow.
yeah,
Like when this podcast
sure.
drops, I need a report
Yeah.
like Jimmy Graham retires as a Saint.
Collected his bag and retired.
Now, this defense would have been nasty 4 years ago. This defense would have been great. Cameron Jordan, 34 years old. The Jalen Smith pickup, which 2.5 years ago would have been the biggest pickup in defensive in that year
Yeah,
defensively. Demario Davis, Marshawn Lattimore, Marcus May, Tyrann Mathieu, Jonathan Abram. I'm telling you, 4 years ago, this defense is ridiculous.
yeah.
It's a little old now. I don't know. I don't know how good this defense is going to be. And like your take earlier, I don't know if they make the playoffs. I guess if Derek Carr turns into God
Turns into
and
God.
does something crazy, but I don't know. I don't think the Saints. I just don't think the Saints make the playoffs. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I guess. I mean, yeah, we talked. That's all the NFL I had. Obviously, the NBA was pretty depressing. There wasn't really much going on in
There
the
was no
NBA.
good light in the NBA today. I don't think.
We could talk more about the West next episode. Maybe a little more positivity in the
Probably,
NBA.
yeah.
But I think we got to run some trivia.
Some
I
Jeopardy.
or some trivia. We got to run some Jeopardy. Let me pull it up for you. Let me find it. Let's see. Where is this Jeopardy at? So I'm hoping it's better than last week or last episode,
So am I.
because last episode was there were a couple good questions, but then some of them were Chiefs quarterback. So
Eagles center.
Eagles, the last question of them all, Eagles center, which is fine. So let me just put in J M. There we go. We got our teams. Let me pull it up so we can see this. Jax is making a bunch of noise, moving around.
Sorry.
All right, can you see this?
Yeah. Let's go streaking.
So we got 2020 vision. Let's go streaking. 5,000 yards. 5,000 yard passers. Do he know ball? And Mister Do It All. I'm gonna let you go first because you won last game. What you want to start with?
Let's go 5,000 for 100.
5,000 for 100. All right. Even though they've only done it once, 5 steals. They've only done it once. This player claimed the record for most passing yards in a season by 1 yard in 2013.
2013. Was this the Jameis Winston year? I'm gonna go Jameis Winston.
That's your answer?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna steal. My answer is Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning's only led the league once in passing yards.
Most passing yards in a season by 1 yard. Yeah, most passing yards in a season by 1 yard. He beat Drew Brees had the record. I think it was, or was it Drew Brees beat? No, I'm gonna go Peyton Manning. I'm gonna go Peyton. Oh shit! Whoops, I went backwards. Okay, there we go. I like it. Yeah, so Peyton Manning. I believe Drew
What
Brees.
is Peyton Manning? You
What
mean
is
who?
Peyton Manning? I believe. I believe I believe Drew Brees had the record, and then Peyton Manning beat it by a yard the next year, or not the next year, but yeah, he beat it by a yard. So
Oh, okay.
I'll take it. I'll take it. But Jameis Winston, I believe, got drafted in like 2015.
Oh, I'm tripping then. Yeah, I'm definitely tripping.
Let's go streaking for 100 because I don't know what let's go streaking means at all.
Right.
Oh, this team lost 4 straight Super Bowls. Give me who are the Buffalo. I almost said Minnesota. Who are the Buffalo Bills? What is the Buffalo Bills? Okay, I guess we're going what is with all of them. That's fine. All right, Jackson. What you want to go with?
Let's go Mr. Do It All.
For
100.
100. This all-time corner led the MLB in triples in the 1992 MLB season.
Prime.
Yeah.
That's prime, baby.
What is prime?
What is prime?
I'm gonna do.
There's our Logan Paul sponsor right there. What is prime?
Yeah. I'm gonna do 2020 vision for 200. Despite being the third quarterback off the board, this player won Offensive Rookie of the Year this season.
Huh?
How old is this? Third off the board, this player won Offensive Rookie of the Year this season. Being the third quarterback off the board, so a third quarterback off the board that won Offensive Rookie of the Year. I don't know, bro. I'm just gonna guess like what is I don't even know who won offensive rookie of the year. What is fucking Justin Herbert?
That's who I was gonna say for real.
I will I will 100% take that. I sure. So I don't think they were saying like this season, but that it was that
Oh,
season.
like that specific season.
This season when the quarterback that was taken third, the third quarterback taken off the board, won offensive
Yeah, yeah.
rookie of the year. All right.
Let's do streaking for 200.
Streaking for 200. Despite not being able to do so often in the playoffs, this player set the record for most games with a sack in a row at 11 in 2018.
I don't know. I would go. That first part is throwing me off. Not being able to do so often in the playoffs.
So I'm guessing this is a player that just didn't play in the playoffs a lot,
Right.
but set the record for most games with a sack in a row at 11.
I'm gonna go J.J. Watt.
That's what I was thinking that as well. Chris Jones. So
What?
maybe he doesn't get a lot of sacks in the playoffs, is what they're saying.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. I'm gonna go 5,000 yard passers for 300. This player was the first African American player to break the 5,000 yard mark. That's Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, it's Patrick Mahomes. What is Patrick Mahomes? I'll take it all day. What you want?
I'll go. Do he know ball? 100.
Do he know ball? 100. What is the total length of a football field?
Like end zones?
I mean, either way, I'll give it to whatever the answer is. I'm gonna give it to you.
Okay, 100 yards, but like 120 total.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure, not something I'm gonna scam you out of. This isn't the blind side. um, Mr. Do It All. No. Do we know ball? Do we know ball 200? Where is the NFL Hall of Fame located? That would be Canton, Ohio. All right.
So I think it's a weird place for it too.
Yeah, but like football, Cleveland, there's just a history there. I don't know. The Browns and shit.
Okay. All right.
I feel there's some type of history there. I don't know.
Let's do 5,000 for 200.
5,000 for 200. Having done it 3 more times than the next closest player, this player has hit the 5,000 yard mark 5 times in their career.
I'm gonna go Breeze.
Yeah, I like that. Yep. I like that answer.
Nice.
I like that answer. Ooh, keep hitting the mic. What I thought. I'm gonna do 2020 Vision 100.
Did you add points to that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Because what was it? It was. I mean, do we need to go back? What was it? You did. What did you do? You did 500 for that, or 300, 5,000. It was this. No. It
No, I did the
was
200 and then I think it was like 100. So yeah, you're right.
okay.
I was just making sure.
Okay. So 2020 Vision for 100. This team became the first to win the Super Bowl in their home stadium. The Bucks.
The Rams. Oh.
The Bucks did it, and then the Rams did it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay. All right. What you want? It's
Um,
getting dicey. We're about to run out of low questions.
I'm gonna go. Do he know ball for 5?
Do he know ball for 500? This all-time CFB and NFL legend was an Olympic bobsledder in the 1992 Winter Games.
This is Mr. Do It All.
Oh shit! What did you say?
I said, do he know ball?
Oh, sorry, I didn't. My fault. Which two current NFL teams have existed since the founding year in 1920?
This isn't like Super Bowl era, right?
No, the Super Bowl didn't start until 50, 60, 50, some 50s, 60s, 50, late 50s. I guess I don't know ball.
Fuck. I'm just trying to think of who the other team could be. I know it's Cardinals. Cardinals and who, though? I'm just going to say Cardinals Cowboys.
I'm gonna I'm gonna throw out a steal here just because why not? I'm gonna go Bears and Packers. Cardinals and Bears. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Okay. Because I didn't know like maybe they weren't the Arizona Cardinals. Maybe they were something else. Like I don't know.
Oh, they left Green Bay to go to Arizona.
Well, no, I was thinking like
The Green Bay Cardinals.
um let's go streaking for 300. The kicker of the Seahawks and Bills holds the record for the most consecutive games with a field goal made. I don't fuck. I don't know.
I have no clue.
I don't know. I do know. Okay. Okay. Sure. Wouldn't have said it in a million years, but I was waiting. Oh shit. Hold on.
No, that's fine. That's what I was going to pick.
Oh, 2020 Vision 300.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Behind King Henry, this running back was second in the league in both rushing yards and rushing touchdowns.
Nick Chubb.
Dalvin Cook.
Wow.
5,000-yard passers for 400. This player led the league in passing yards in 2019.
I feel like this is like the most straightforward, like easy question, but it's like you got to think about it.
Mahomes. That's gonna be my guess.
I'm going to say Brady.
That's
Steal.
That's your steal.
Steal. Yeah.
Jameis fucking Winston.
There it is. I knew he would be on here somewhere.
God damn it, Jameis Winston. All right, what you want?
Do it all for 200.
This recent number one pick also was drafted in a different sport prior to the NFL.
Kyler
Murray. Okay, I'm going to do... Let's get this last 5,000-yard passer out the way. This player deservingly won Comeback Player of the Year after surpassing the 5,000 mark for the first time and only time in their career. Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Whoa! That's a curveball.
Okay. I guess. Okay. Fuck it.
Do it all for 3.
This NFL defensive menace got routine playing time for the UNC Tar Heels basketball squad in college.
Defensive menace. Jabril Peppers? Or Julius Peppers.
Nice. That was nice. I'm gonna do he know ball for 300. What player has kicked the longest field goal in NFL history? Double points if you name the length. Okay,
The
so
last one, the last Jeopardy was fucked, but hopefully this one's right.
I know what the answer is, and I'm not even going to fact check it if it says it's not. It's Justin Tucker's 66-yard field goal in 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 Detroit. I'm not doing no double points if you name the length though. That's I'm not doing that shit.
No, I
But
mean you can. That's what
nah,
the
I mean
question says.
fuck that. That's stupid. Um, nah, fuck that. But I will say that it's Justin Tucker's 66-yard field goal. There we go. 66 yards in 2022. I will take. I no. Fuck that double. No, no.
All right, do it all for 4.
Do it all for 4. Okay. Despite never scoring, this star NFL wideout checked into 7 games for their ACC schools basketball team.
Like, okay, so I'm guessing never scoring in the basketball.
Yeah.
DeAndre Hopkins.
I got 2 steals left. For some reason, Calvin's coming to my mind.
Calvin Johnson?
Megatron.
Georgia Tech's not in the ACC.
DeAndre Hopkins. Georgia Tech?
Yeah, Calvin Johnson went to Tech, didn't he?
Georgia Tech's not in
Georgia
the
Tech?
ACC?
I thought it was SEC.
Fuck no.
Yeah.
Fuck no. But yeah, DeAndre Hopkins. Okay, I didn't know he was hooping like that. All right. I'm gonna go. Do he know ball 400? What defensive back has the most interceptions all time?
This was a trivia question not too long ago.
Yeah, I don't know his name though.
I don't either.
I don't think he was number 1, but I'm just gonna say Night Train Lane. Paul. Yeah, I knew it was gonna be like a Paul or a John, fucking Jim, something like that. Okay. All right. What
All
you
right,
got?
let's go streaking 400.
Streaking 400. This franchise lost their first 26 games after being added to the league in the 1976 expansion.
Expansion team. I mean, I'm just gonna say Lions.
Uh, I'm gonna take my 4th steal and say it's the Succaneers. Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Wow.
Yeah, they were.
So they had an 0-16 season then.
So when they first, yeah, when they 1976, they weren't playing 16 games.
Oh.
But yeah, no, I remember the Bucks were absolutely terrible when they first came into the league. All right, let me do 2020 vision for 400. Before securing their bag for a playoff caliber AFC team, this player tied Aaron Donald for the second most sacks in the league. Before securing their bag for a playoff caliber AFC team, this player tied Aaron Donald for the second most sacks in the league. So they tied Aaron Donald for the second most sacks in the league on an NFC team. I'm assuming they're trying to say, or at least an AFC team that wasn't playoff caliber. And he got paid. Now, what's his name's always been a Chief.
Yeah.
Tied. I don't know. Fuck, bro. I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna steal.
I'm gonna say Jadeveon Clowney.
I'm gonna steal and say T.J. Watt.
Trey Hendrickson. He went.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. All right. What do you want?
2020 for 5.
Who was the later picked? Who was the latter picked? Who was the later picked off the two Jaguars? Who was the later picked of the two Jaguars first round rookie? Oh, so two first round picks for the Jags. Who was the later pick?
In this year's draft?
I don't. I guess not this. Maybe last year, like 2022.
Man, I got no fucking clue.
I'm not gonna steal, but like, I mean, do you have an answer?
I mean, I'm just gonna say fucking Josh Allen, just because
I'll
he's on the Jags.
say like ETN. I don't know, but that's not. I'm not stealing though. I'm just okay.
Oh, K'Lavon Chaisson.
Yeah, no, for sure. So I'm going. Let's go streaking because we all know what that fucking bobsled
Yeah,
question
I was
is.
avoiding that shit.
We're not doing no bobsledding shit around here.
Hold on, can I pull a Devin real quick and look it up?
Oh God, no. This 2010s receiver became the first player to record 200 receiving yards in back-to-back games. The first player to record 200 receiving yards in back-to-back games. This 20. Do you have an idea?
I have a guess, but I mean, like, do I have a steal left? I don't know.
Yeah, you have 3 left. I'll say Odell.
Megatron.
Josh Gordon.
Wow, Weed
Wow.
Gordon.
Wow. All right, Jackson. For the win. Oh my God. At least it's not Jason Kelsey, but for the win, this all-time college football and NFL legend was an Olympic bobsledder in the 1992 Winter Games.
All right, I'm just gonna say fucking Marcus Allen.
Herschel Walker.
Wow.
Herschel Walker. All right, I'll take the dub. I'll take it. I'll say this was we're still getting like confusing questions, but these were better questions than the first one, I'd say.
Yeah, this was like a lot more challenging.
Mm-hmm. Chiefs quarterback. Oh shit. But no, I mean, okay, no, I'll take the dub. I don't know. I feel like, do we want to do like a Wordle Weddle? I feel like we gotta. I feel like I'm missing out on something.
Could do a Wordle.
I feel like I'm missing. I mean, I feel like I kind of want to pull out a Wordle Weddle Podle. I feel like I'm feeling trivial. Feeling trivial today.
Trivial.
I'm feeling.
Why not trivia? First word. TRIVIA.
I think there's 6 letters in that.
That's fucked.
Let's just do truth. That's a terrible first word, but fuck it. Everything gray. Awesome.
Nice.
Ooh, I got another one. Let's do phone. Everything
Nice.
gray. Okay. Do you have a word?
And two H's in both words.
But 3, 4 new letters though. Sandy.
All
right, a green A. So pretty much any word. WA, CA, BA, FA, GA, JA, KA, LA. Literally anything. I'm gonna do give me 4 new letters. Let's do lax. Okay, God, we should have. All right, I thought bobsledding was ending on a bad note.
Yeah.
So still absolutely no clue. I don't think we're B A uh Xanax. Like I don't know. Like
What about? Oh fuck, we already used most of those letters. Xanax. All right.
I mean
I like that word.
uh this is my favorite word. I don't know. This is terrible. F A J A J A J A J A M M A M A M A M A Maze Green M Green A. Can we make anything shake on the last guess?
M
Okay,
A.
because look at what's left.
Right.
JWQ FGXVB. There can only be like I I'm not looking at these. I'm not looking at the Q and the W. I'm not looking at the X. What's going after MAB?
I have no clue, bro.
MAM? MAM. But what the there's bruh, I'm lost. MA.
Mama.
Oh, I did not mean to do that. So MA. It's not. There's no double A. It's not MAM. I have no fucking clue. I don't know. I don't know. This is why sometimes, like a live stream or
Bro,
something,
this makes me
someone
feel
give you an answer.
stupid.
I have absolutely zero clue what this could possibly be. MA. MA. I'm lost, dude. I have no clue. I got to take the L. I have no clue. What's the word? What's the word? What's the word? We're looking this up. What's the word? I
What's
gotta.
the word?
What's the
The
word?
bird is the word.
I gotta know. I gotta know the answer to Wordle today. Um, what is the answer? I'm not going out without knowing what today is. Like, what is the answer? Um, the word is. Oh, they're giving hints. What is this? Magma was the word. So double M double
What's the
A.
word?
Magma.
Magma.
Magma. All right.
Fuck magma.
Let's. Yeah. Okay. Magma. I guess. Who is this?
Looks like he has like a fade.
Yeah, like a weird shaped head. Well, let's just put something in. Who do you want to go with?
Go with fucking Jalen Williams with the L.
Okay. Jalen Williams. So it's a player in the East, guard slash forward, or is a guard or forward, taller than 6'7", older than 24,
Oh,
number higher than 10.
Johnny Davis.
Johnny.
JOH.
It's a player in the East, not the Southeast. He's a forward, taller than 6'7", is older than 23, number higher than 10.
A forward in the East.
A forward in the East who is not in the Southeast, who's taller than 6'7", older than 24, and
Wait a minute.
numbers higher than 10.
Please don't tell me it's Giannis. Please don't tell me it's Giannis.
No.
Oh, thank God.
but it's a what's the other fucking division? Southeast, Central, and
Atlantic.
Atlantic. Okay, so the Atlantic Division. So Philly.
Maybe like a Josh Hart.
Let's say Philly, Boston, Toronto. So it's not a Knick. So it's either a Raptor, 76er, a Boston Celtic, or a Brooklyn Net. Let's just figure out what team it is.
Just go Tatum and see what happens.
It's not Brooklyn. It's Pascal Siakam.
What?
It's Pascal Siakam. I'll take it.
Nice.
I'll take it all day long.
We needed that one.
We did. We gotta end. We gotta end with something good on here. We got Kendall Blayton, an AFC West player who's not a tight end, shorter than 6'4", numbers lower than 78. He's younger than 25. Not a Chief. All right,
let's go.
Hold on. Let's just start punching in some shit. It's a Denver player, not a quarterback. Who did this? Who did you want to go?
Maybe I was gonna say Josh Palmer, but let's go Judy.
Okay. Jerry Judy. It's not a wide receiver. They're running.
So it's a running back.
They're running backs. It's a young running back though. 23 or 22 years old.
Fuck.
I don't know, bro. They caught me slipping on this. Do you know? I don't have a clue.
I don't have a clue.
Javonte Williams.
Okay. Next.
Okay. Sure, I guess. Let's scroll. Let's end on a fucking good note. I mean, holy shit. D'Angelo Ross. It is a corner. He's 27 or 28 years old. Numbers lower than 35. He's in the NFC. Taller than 5'11". I forgot where Marcus Peters signed. Vegas. Okay. So 6-foot corner who is 27 years old. And his number is 23 or 22 in the NFC. All right, well, let's just figure out where he is.
What about Lattimore?
Let's say it's a Saints corner. It could be Marshawn Lattimore. It's Marshawn Lattimore. There we go. All right. Yeah, we gotta end it there.
Yeah, we're done. We're done.
Gotta stop there. No more questions.
No more.
Don't ask me another question until next episode. I'm done answering questions. I think that wraps it up though. We talked a good amount of NFL, our first predictions for the playoffs. We talked some Atlantic basketball, which was a little depressing. Final road to the Super Bowl. Some Jeopardy. And yeah, we'll be back next episode with some trivia, because hopefully it'll be at least a 3-man. I don't know if you'll be on. If you happen to be on Monday, it will be a 4-man. If not, Brandon and Devin will both be back. So we will be able to run some trivia. Obviously have more NFL to talk as the season gets closer. And we'll talk more NBA. But I guess, is there anything else you want to say before we get out of here?
Go into the Ravens Washington preseason game Monday. So I'm going to try and get, on the field.
That's it? To try to get on the field.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm going to be hammered, so we'll see.
Streak.
Let's go streaking for 500. That would be my fine.
I mean, I'm not going to lie, bro. We want the podcast to blow up. Dude, you paint on it on your fucking chest.
On it, on my...
Fucking run, dude. Get
a flag made by Monday, just on it.
Dude, Mark Andrews just slams you on the ground. Justin Tucker puts his helmet on, just starts beating your ass. That'd be beautiful.
That'd be perfect. That would be my ideal way to go into FedEx Field.
Is it
There's
in? It's in
no,
FedEx.
yeah,
Oh yeah, do that,
oh yeah,
dude. Street. They might not even care.
no, they'll probably encourage me to do it.
The security guards.
We don't know what to do.
I don't know. We're the commanders. We're the fucking commanders. But yeah, I guess streak. Do what all you got
Or
to
to
do.
Washington.
Throw it up for the commanders. I guess whatever. But yeah, like I said, we'll be back on Tuesday with a brand new episode. Brand new episodes every Saturday and Tuesday. More NFL, more NBA, more off the record, more trivia, more fantasy soon, predictions soon, reviews soon. All that shit. It has been me. It has been Jackson. It has been real. We are out.